But let's just take a look at this one now. What a darling outfit. Don't know. Service org since the 1850s. Service org during 1850s, 4 letters. So, Avatar, fire and air. I know that one. I still don't know what that is. Sporting Blades is hmm. Sporting Blades would have been epes, but maybe it's like a saber. It should be something 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 US because the plural would have been an I. Jazz site. I would have thought that would have been Utah. Oh, sorry, fire and ash. Yeah, fire and ash. Um, I was thinking of something with maybe Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I remember there was a sort of joke about how the animation was first, and then they had all the elements, and then how Avatar the movie sort of came out. The sequel was Avatar: The Way of Water, and then the next one was going to be about fire and wind or something. The only thing I remember was wind, but it is fire and ash. So Sporting Blades is don't know that this one is Utah because that's where the Utah Jazz from the NBA is. Kauai keepsake, Hawaiian Island is a lay. What a darling outfit. You look something. You look great. Uh, German cathedral cities. Oh, Cologne. So this is Cologne. It's also the Cologne concert is where Keith Jarrett has his best-selling jazz piano album. Big name in classifieds. Big name in classifieds. Some kind of magazine. Sporting Blades. I still don't know that one. Oh man. You too agreed, or you agreed. Gay man per historical slang inspired by Judy Garland. Just take a look at some other things here. An inflatable transport is a tube with golden yellow bands. Sound made by a toaster. Like a clink, like a toaster for someone making a toast. Here. What would you what would you say here? I don't know. That disc was so good. Oh snap. Phenomenon known as Le Petit Mort. Don't know. Mars comes third in it. Um, the Annal. I don't know why that would be. This is CIA. Edward Snowden picks up something with an S. Morse code's DITS or DAS. Utmost. Limon, who was U.S. first Latina poet laureate. Was it Eva? I might have vaguely heard of that name. Field for the philosopher David Hume informally. Oh man, I heard of this one. Um, is this something with like free will? And maybe informally though. So I don't know what informally you would say. Okay, I know this one, Singman Rhee. I don't see that very often, but it just happens to be here. Shangri-La, I think, is like a paradise. So another word for that is you see as often as Eden. And I think this is the other Indian flatbread roti, the alternative to naan. Result of breaking the ice, you get a melt, maybe. Loser in certain reenactments. The rebels, so Reb. And breaking the ice. So I don't know what that is. Is this any given Sunday? Don't know what other word would fit in that phrase. Something pulled while walking the dog. Art form featuring performers. Theater something. No theater. Because that's the Japanese theater that I'm familiar with. Doesn't have a standing army. NATO. Volume units. Liters, gallons, pints. Slow cooked entree. A slow cooked entree, some kind of pot roast. Poles can be found next to them. So maybe that's a I don't know what else would go here, but TCH? How's there an S at the end though? Hmm. Retort at recess. Um, so maybe it's not pints. because this is either is to. Oh my god, it could be is to, is not, am to, am not. All of these are just nonsense phrases. But I think that would be an O. And that's so something to. Is to or am to. I really dislike these retort at recess clues. Let's see. Dits. Loyal to a drastic extent. Like a sycophant. What other would there be? Trimmer target. Loose fat? Like for meat? But Mimon would be Nana. What else is this? Oh, total stranger is a rando. Free of charge is no fee. Action star Michelle Yeoh. And without revealing one's true intentions. Oh, econ? Coily. That makes sense. Darn it is a hole in a sock, for instance. Really involved is on it, really on it. But this is spry, lively for one's age. Creep. To creep up on someone. I doubt they would actually use the word creep as in like a noun for a person. So a creep, or to creep, is to slink. Maybe. It seems like that could work. Utmost extent. The nth power. Usually the nth degree, but nth power is the same. Sound made by a toaster. Still haven't figured out that one. To share is to, or maybe it's a share of something, like a part. Let's see what this is. Really involved, ornate, or some kind of active. Gave a faded look as jeans. So this is probably acid washed. And what is this? To creep is to sidle, like a move sideways like a crab. But I suppose you could also say it's like just move in a creeping way. I'm not really sure how you would describe that, but sure. Acai palm, I think. Share is a ration. That's what it is. Really involved is ornate, like I thought. As a tink. Tink, maybe. I don't know what else it would be. A star might attract a fan letter. Yeah, so tink is one of those that it could be a probably is like a sound effect, but there actually is an interesting use case of tink, whereas it's the word used to mean like to undo a stitch when you're knitting because it's the word knit backwards. So it's a bit of an obscure word, I think. Only really known in like knitting circles, and I guess they might be like very much. It might be somewhat of a deep cut if you're just new to knitting, but it is also kind of a fun word play. So at some point, I would like to see tink be included as to undo a stitch at some point. I think it would be quite fun. And what would this be? Gemstone with gold yellow bands. Well, this is a raft. So this is a. Oh no, wait, it's not even tink. It's just ting. Okay. Well, I was talking about all that for nothing, but okay. Tiger eye. That's what it is. Go for another round is to redo, and suds, beer. I think. Rats is something odd, but it doesn't really fit. It's more like darn it kind of thing. So maybe it's not redo. So I don't know what that would be. Of something for this answer, but I don't know what it is. So poles can be found next to them. Pole. What would be next to a pole? Let's see what this is. It. Attack mode. Aggressive state of mind. Math function. Maybe sign. Something pulled while walking the dog. Something pulled. Result of breaking the ice is berg. And to scuff is to mar, like to sort of damage. Something pulled. Yo-yo string. Oh, walking the dog is a yo-yo is a yo-yo trick. Yeah. I know that. Okay. Poles can be found next to them. So what is the CHS combo? Huh? There is one word that like CONCHS is the only combination that might have CHS at the end. That's because that's pronounced conks. And I was very surprised when I first saw that. I didn't believe it. Oh, this is brisket. So maybe this gets me somewhere else. Um, volume is it's not pints. It's not pints, but it's something S because it is two or it's am two. But I think it might be is just because there's an A here. Trimmer target. So volume units. Volume? Oh, maybe it's volume as in sound. Because this is not very this isn't too well known, I suppose, but it is a measure of volume as in sound. Rats is oh crud. And what is this? Poles can be found next to them. Oh, checks. Oh, okay, so it is a CHS thing. So that's one of the other ones where it's not CHES, but it is checks because it's Poland. And it's very nice that they disguised it by hiding the proper noun in the very beginning. Poles are next to checks. Yeah. Vigor is zip. I think this is re-up to go for another round. And something of Dorothy. Friends of Dorothy, I think. Friend of Dorothy. That sounds like what might be said. Third comes Mars comes third in it. Oh, this is just French. It's just a French word for a year, and Mars is the French word for March. Okay. The Kelpie of something horse, and a big name in classifieds is something list. Um, so whose list? I only really know like Emily's list, but that's not probably what it is. Plus is an asset. You bet is oh you look fab. Okay. And sporting blades. I haven't figured that one out yet. Service org since the 1850s. YMCA? A big name in classifieds. Oh, Craigslist. Oh, okay. Um, okay, that kind of list. I always keep forgetting what classifieds is. The Kelpie of mythic mythology for one is a sporting blades is oars. Oh, okay. Um, what is this? Phenomena once known as le petit mort is or mater horse? I don't really know what that is, but I can't imagine it'd be anything else. So organ I'll just look around. Improvised on stage is to vamp, maybe? I only know this in terms of music, but not like on stage, like in a play or like sort of improv. Figures checked by nurses' vital signs. That's pretty simple. Loyal to an extreme, drastic extent. Barbecue ordered. I think ribs. Could be other things. Picks up is nabs. Maybe it's NSA. Okay, that's orgasms. Um, utmost. Andrew something. Trimmer target. Trimmer target. Oh, something. Maybe it's a nose hair. Um, and that could just be a name. I'm not really sure what to do with that. We got two cross names, but hopefully I'll be able to figure out this letter. It looks like it's some vowel. Doggedness. Utmost is don't know. Maybe it's not Eva. Yeah, because I wasn't too sure about that. Harsh quality is edge, I think. Maybe like someone's got a bit of an edge to them. They're sort of maybe not very pleasant. Woman of the D'Urberville. Ooh, what is that? Oh, levies, and maybe that's lass. No. This should be lass. This should be levies. I would imagine. It's like big banks has like next to a river. Doggedness, something. E. It could not be. It might not be. Utmost is dead. Something assist. Is this Tess? Oh, ride or die. Okay. And this is doggedness is drive. And what is this? Darndest. Okay, so what would this be? Andrew Rellin? Ray. Roo. It's got to be one of these. Darndest. No. Um, this is weird spelling. There should be I usually spell it with an E, but I think this is an acceptable spelling of this. So, what else? Or damnedest? Melon? Is it not melon? It should be Andrew Mellon. And then you have damnedest. Okay, so I'm fairly certain this is right. What else could it be? Driveness, melon, row. I don't think that could be anything. Okay. Then Sones, roti. Oh my goodness. What could it be here? I think it might be a mater horse. What is a mater horse? The only other letter that can go here is an H for Hebrew, or YMHA. But no, it has to be no. It's YWCA. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is a fairly open grid, and it's you can see like there is a very nice spanner across here. Friend of Dorothy, something that I think most people would have uh, heard of or heard similar things of at least some point. But yeah, it's a nice one, and all of these are very nice um, stacks that we have on the sides here. Let's just see if there's anything. Well, I think one thing is this row. I don't really know who this guy is, but I can only imagine that it's some kind of like Scandinavian name. Not Scandinavian, some kind of a German name. And Andrew Mellon, this guy I do know. Um, I think the year would have given a bit of a clue, like some sort of historical figure. So you're not gonna get like a random person that maybe is alive today, because sort of the standards for um being noteworthy enough is that you have to at least been like either like super famous in the past, or you're like somewhat known but still alive right now, so you got some kind of timeliness to the name. Otherwise, it's just kind of unfair. Like no one's going to know other names. Yeah. Let's see. YWCA water horse. So water horse would be, I guess, maybe like a mythological figure that's sort of like just water, like a horse on water. I'm not really sure what else it would be. But yeah, I think apart from that, um, this sort of crossing here, everything was very nice and was very fair today. So it was a nice one. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it.